Doon 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 doon. You know why we're here. Doon 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 doon. It's time for more peak. It's time for that egghead. Yo, man. Final Saga Oda. Let's go, bro. Hold up. Let me make sure we're good over here. Yo, man. I need Final Saga Oda. Badly. Badly, man. After the most recent chapter. Hold on, let me make sure the camera's working here and the audio. Let me know if the audio's good. Because listen, man, I went in. Well, let me make sure my light source is treated right here. But yo, dude, whenever we went in for the chapter. For the stream, I was like, bro, my mic's not even plugged in. I was like, yo, what's going on, man? So I was like, bro, if my mic's not plugged in, no one's gonna be able to hear. So I was scrambling. I was like, brother, I can't find my mic. I'm not gonna be able to deliver the drums if I can't find the mic, man. Audio Wapu, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Yo, man, like Subra says, chapter of the year every week. Every week, man. It's crazy. I gotta give a few massive shout-outs here. Yo, man. We got a visit from Instant Messenger Sama himself. The Great Emu. Instant Messenger Sama comes in with a €100 super chat. And I'm going to assume that €100 super chat is in red, in solace, in sadness, and to the burial that took place at Old Trafford today. I'm going to assume that's why that's in red. So, Mr. Sam, I appreciate you for attending this situation at hand here. Thank you so much for delivering a Lelucia level bombshell here. Goodness gracious, brother. Instant Messenger Sama comes in and says, God bless Odachi, Recon, and all of my One Piece brethren. Emu has spoken. I mean, I can deny what has been spoken here. Alright? God bless Oda, Recon, and all of the One Piece brothers. Emu has spoken. Emu has spoken, and therefore when Emu speaks, we must listen to the legend of the Nerona dynasty, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to Instant Sama for dropping a $100 bomb earlier, yo. What a legend. What a legend, alright? So shout out to Instant Sama. Then we have one of the craziest names that I have ever seen. Rox D Dragon comes in with a membership for the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. I appreciate you, Rox D Dragon. I'm gonna say that name a few more times. Rox D Dragon. It rolls off the tongue, man. Appreciate you for that. And Jesus Vermillion, the Mero Leona Simp, shout out to my dog, comes in with a €10 and says, happy to catch the stream. Just got done reading the chapter. Hope you enjoyed as always. Playing some Brave Souls on the side to enjoy the stream. Shout out to Brave Souls, man. 1,000 Year Blood War videos were great. Shared all the hype. Dude, no. 1,000 Year Blood War was gas, man. 1,000 Year Blood War, from beginning to end, in the anime thus far, has been phenomenal. I really can't wait for seasons 3 and 4 for sure. Nothing but love to Ismester Sama, Roxy Dragon, and Jesus Vermillion. This is bound to be a great one, man. Let me, considering where we currently are with an Egghead, I'm hoping that we're still continuing the Egghead, or I should say the Kuma flashback greatness. Let me start the poll real quick. Read the title. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know. Let me see. Yo, before I read this next super, I have to apologize to every single individual who was anticipating the afterthoughts. I wasn't. Listen, man. I thought I would be able to withstand the desire to watch a Shanks episode. I could not. I could not withstand the desire to sit down in this chair and watch Akagami no Shanks. It had to happen. It had to happen, man. And so I delayed it after that. Then the news crew dropped in and whispered into my ear the news of Kobe and Hibari, alongside the news of Benjamin Benny Bex Beckman. And I was like, yo, I apologize, we have to delay the afterthoughts again. And we delayed it so much, the chapter came out before we got to get to the afterthoughts. So, the afterthoughts will be for chapters 1096 and 1097. So, goodness gracious. I have no idea how that's gonna, go about, but what I can tell you is this Saturday we will be live for episode 1082, because I'm not gonna miss Wi-Fi hockey. I've missed too many episodes lately. The moment they've come out, I'm not missing the Wi-Fi hockey episode. So we're gonna be there that night. I'm hoping around the time whenever it releases, but for sure we'll be live that night. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time to read what is now. Let me pull up the picture while I read the final couple of supers here. Where is my where is it? I wanted to have it here on stream. Here it is. All right, image. I just want y'all to look at this, man. It's a thing of beauty. Come on. Come on, man. Yo, look at him. Look at this, bro. No, I lost the image. Where did the image go? Hold on, boys. Where's the image? I just went through all that. Where did the image go? Hello? Where's the image? Regardless, the image disappeared. But I wanted to show y'all volume 107, and now I can't find it. What happened to the image? What happened to the image? No! No! Hold on. Wait. One more time. Let's pull it up one more time. And this time, hopefully, there it is. All right. Now let's make it smaller. Because, bro, look at this thing, bro. Yo. Dude. Oh, my God. Yo, man. If this doesn't tell you that we are in the middle of the final saga, I don't know what will. Look at this. Bro, if you would have shown this volume cover to individuals who are not caught up to the series, they would be like, what in the world is happening in One Piece right now? Cobra, Garp, Big News Morgans, Kobe, Sabo, Helmeppo, Groose, Kenjaku, Hibari, and the King. Bro, this volume cover goes crazy, man. Crazy. The moment I saw it, I was like, bro, I have to show this on stream in case nobody's seen this, alright? Straight gas, man. Absolutely love the volume cover. But Dragon the Fallen, that's a fire name. Dragon the Fallen comes on the 5 and says, don't worry, coach, I'll watch LeBron and Lakers cook in your absence while you're reading Peak Raw Fire. Thank you, and update me on it, because whenever I was watching the game, they were down by like 13, and I was like, alright, man. Alright, I've seen too many L's today. Way too many L's today. So I appreciate you, Dragon the Fallen. Keep me updated on that. Presno! Shout out to my dog Presno. Comes in with the 2 and says, thanks to the time zone change, it's 4 a.m. 4 a.m. gang. Not 5 a.m. 4 a.m. gang today. Shout out to my boy Presno for being able to make it here an hour earlier. So all up to my boy for that. And then Super comes in with a 40 and says Recon and Laz combo coming after this chapter. I sure hope so. I'd love to talk to my brother. I would love to be able to talk to my boy, man. I really, really would. I really, really would, man. I haven't spoken to Laz in a minute, dog. I just gotta talk to him in general. Even outside of the One Piece stuff, man. Like that's my guy. That's my boy. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to get into the greatness. It is now time for the latest installment in that final saga ode to peak fiction greatness. The most recent 3 chapters have all been absolutely sensational. Garcia Saturn, followed by a Kuma and Garcia Saturn masterpiece, followed by a Roger with a straw hat, a Rocks crew, and Kuma and Garcia Saturn Zenith Beast Fiction. Bro, we have been cooking at the highest level. It's been a wonderful stretch of chapters. And now it is time for what I hope is a continuation of what we were seeing at the end of the chapter with Guinea and Kuma, because it is time for the latest installment in the best-selling manga in history, what is nearly the best-selling comic of all time. And at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, considering what the Netflix series, the video games, the anime, and especially if the anime adaptation gives us this wonderful Kobe and Hibari OVA that we need, or a Ben Beckman versus Kid OVA. And let me tell you, if this man, Ben Beckman, Benji, comes out of the screen wielding a Squall Leonhard level gun blade, I will never be the same after that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know why we're here. It's time for that Oda. It's time for that One Piece, man. Let me go ahead and grab my laptop. My voice is a little shot. You know what, man? Listen. The One Piece. Let's go, man. Let's go, baby. Hold on, let me grab my laptop. It's time for some peak. It's time for some peak. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Hold on, let me minimize this right quick. Okay. We're good. Let's go. Wait, should I read the title? Okay, we're good on title. 91%. Ooh, 91%. Let's go. Let's go. That is a resounding read the title. All right, so we're good this week. Let me see. Let's go over to the T and the C and the B's, man. Yo, I wasn't expecting this chapter to drop today, bro. I really wasn't expecting it to record the afterthought, so this was a welcome surprise. A welcome surprise. One Piece chapter 1097. Oh, the title of the chapter is Guinea. Ooh, man. Okay, so we're definitely continuing in the flashback now, that's for sure. Let me see. Then we see the cover page. Is that Kuma? Now, there's no one else it could be. So Kuma, he's hitting something with his fruit. I'm going to assume this is Guinea on the right. A guy with a hat on the left and a fish. Kuma catching salmon in a river. So are we about to skip forward in time to them at this age? I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Oda, no? I was pretty shocked when I realized Io-san Zun was the man behind Lao Kaki. I just can't get that comedy duo out of my head. This is one of those instances where Japanese, the limits in culture, right? For me being over here not knowing these certain individuals. I have no idea who they're talking about. So we will continue, but I'm happy that Oda is happy. As long as Oda's happy, we're happy. So let's get right into the chapter. 8 years, there it is, man. 8 years after the God Valley incident. 30 years ago. So there is a miniature time skip. So I'm going to assume they're going to look similar to the way they look here within this cover page. 8 years after the God Valley incident, 30 years ago. Please help me, Kumachi. That's got to be Guinea. I've been coming here since your pa was around. It came as a nasty shock when you all went and disappeared on us. Kingdom of Sorbet, South Blue. But it's comforting to know you grew into such a sweet boy. Your parents did a great job. I'm sure they're so proud of you becoming a bona fide clergyman. Who's talking? I've been coming here since your pa was around. It came as a nasty shock when you all went and disappeared on us? What? Oh, bro, look at Kuma. Yo, Kuma looking sick. My boy Kuma's looking fire, man. Days and months pass by. Pastor Kuma? Wait! Pastor Kuma? That man might have the most fire epithet in the series. Are you one of them at least? You. This brother is a pastor, bro. Nah, man, yo. Kuma's on, bro. He has everything to his name. He has a phenomenal backstory. His abilities are cool. He's a deep character. He's a complex character. He's a very well written character. He's a tragic character. The man has everything going for him. And now we're gonna give this man the title of pastor? Pastor Bartholomew Kuma at 17 years old, mind you. At 17 years old. Bro, this man became a pastor when Luffy first set out to sea. 17 years old. You know what I did when I was 17? I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2. That's what I was playing. And Kuma, this man is a pastor. At 17. At 17. Yo, man. Rocking the full-blown cape and everything. That's my guy. There are hardly any youngins. Yo, the design of this lady. The design of the shirt. Very reminiscent. The moment that I saw this shirt, the first thing that came to my mind was the drawings from the moon on Skypiea. Is there some sort of connection there? What made me think of it are the little unknowns. You know the Pokemon Unknown? She has like multiple different unknowns on the design of the shirt. And it reminds me of what we saw within the Skypiea, that was actually in Annie's Lobby, within the NL Moon cover story. Regardless, that is very, very interesting. There are hardly any youngins left in this country these days. It's no wonder we're getting poorer and poorer. What a relief. I feel so much better. Bless you. And then, of course, that's because Kuma is taking the sickness. Dude, that would be such a phenomenal ability for someone to have, especially in the medical field, right? Me next, my hips are killing me. Bro, could you imagine? Dude, for me, y'all remember when I had a knee brace? I'm still dealing with some left knee issues, man. If I could go to Pastor Kuma and be like, son, can you heal my knee? Can you transfer the pain that is in my knee somewhere else? I would be forever in your debt. Or my back pain sometimes. Brother, sometimes I'll get out of bed and like, oh, I'll be like that one SpongeBob episode. Oh, my back, you know what I mean? Oh, man. I'll be like Eustace Captain Kidd in the middle of King Kai's world, talking about some, oh, my back, you know? Like, bro, man, I'll be looking like Kaido in the middle of Onigashima, talking about some, oh, my back, because brother, that had me carrying. Kaido single-handed. If you want to talk about a carry job, this man was scoring 70 while the rest of his crew was putting up 20. Bro, that man Kuma's different, or Kaido's different. Regardless, we continue. I'm just telling y'all that there are multiple different ways that such a thing can be used. That's all I know. But regardless, Kaido great. We can't thank you enough. And they're praying with Pastor Bartholomew Kuma. God bless your miracle hands, the hands of liberation. The hands of liberation. Can't you do this on weekdays too? Fat chance. Sundays only, the Lord's day. Sundays only. Fat chance. Who's saying this? I'm going to assume this got to be Guinea, right? Sundays only. Where do you freeloading old bags get off asking for even more help? That's definitely got to be Guinea. Look at freeloading old bags is crazy. Yo, it is Guinea. Hold up. Guinea. Yo, the NL ears. Not the literal NL ears, you know, but the NL ears and the hair coming. That's the first thing I thought of. Yo, the Skypiea references are talking to me. The Skypiea references are talking to me. The NL hair. Except, of course, and in NL's case, it was the ears. In this case, it's the hair. But regardless, yo, Guinea, the NL, whatever. We've gotten the attention of Little Miss Cheapskate. Cheapskate is crazy. Quit flapping your gums. This isn't a nursing home. I tell you to wash your mouth. To wash your mouth out if you weren't such a cutie pie. I heard there's no end to the number of suitors that come knocking on her door. Well, they better sit down, because my dog Kuma's there. My dog Kuma been there. You kidding me? Don't change the subject. So here we have Guinea, sister. It says on her shirt. Yo, now that I see her here, she definitely does remind me of Nami, even more than last week. I thought during last week's chapter she reminded me of Nami in regards to her intelligence, the way that she was taking command of the situation, the direction of the orders that she would give. She definitely reminded me of like a child version of Nami. But here, I mean, obviously it's the classic Oda thing of a few of the characters definitely do carry similar, at the very least when it comes to the face, attributes as Nami, right, as the OG. But in this particular case, maybe because of the short hair and the connection I already made to it last week, definitely Nami vibes from this post-time skip design. None of them have a chance with Kumachi here. Just looking into that calm face of his is enough to comfort anyone. You tell him again, brother. You tell him again. And Kuma says, "You're too kind." And Giddy's like, "Yo, you're the one who's too kind." No, they're a match made in heaven as far as I'm concerned, man. Listen, you listen to me. I'm the romance anime aficionado. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Guinea, 21 years old. That's right, they do have a 4-year difference in age. To tell the truth, we'd love to donate and support our Kumachi, but we've all been struggling just to meet the Celestial Dragon's tribute recently. I'm sure you've heard about our new king, right? They got a new king. They say King Bekori. Bekori? King Bekori is a cold-hearted monster. That's a kingdom character if I've ever seen one. Yo, man, look at this guy, and for my Kingdom fans out there, look at this guy and tell me he doesn't remind you of someone from Kingdom. He's hell-bent on paying the tribute. He doesn't care about whether us old farts are too sick to contribute. If he can't, they'll lock us up. He's the worst. The other day, an acquaintance of mine ended up starving to death in their cell. Can you believe that? Because of this guy? I don't even know if I should believe them or not. Because in One Piece, anytime somebody starts spreading rumors, it's always the opposite, right? So I don't know if this guy's an actual cold-hearted monster or if he's a good dude that just has bad rumors. Regardless, the other day an acquaintance died starving in their cell. So the miserly king of ours won't even feed his prisoners, and we see the king here in front of the Denenmushi. Definitely give me Wapol vibes. He's even more of a cheapskate than you, Guinea. Yo, they keep selling out Guinea, dog. Yet he's happy to bend over backwards for the Celestial Dragons. He's not the only one there. The entire verse practically does. If we don't stay in good health, we're going to get killed. I can get rid of any pain or mild illnesses you need me to. He's the greatest. I can get rid of any pain or mild illnesses you need me to, so please visit every week. That's Oda talking to me. That's that brother Oda talking about brother. You come in here to read these chapters, all you need to do is take a seat. Take a seat, and the pain is gone. Whatever happened in the day is gonna get wiped clean. Just come back every week, son. We be in there like swimwear. Alright, man. That's an Oda breaking the fourth wall type panel, all I know. That's all I know. I can get rid of any pain or mild illnesses you need me to, so please visit every week. Shout out to my boy Kuma, man. Looking out for other individuals, right? The consistent thing that we have seen throughout the course of the entire series, but especially after his flashback. Thanks so much, Kumachi. And Kuma is waving away. Then here we see the big Kuma bubble. The one, every time I see this, it reminds me of that legendary scene with Zoro at the end of the bark. So he's back at the church. Yo, man, where's Aerith at, dude? Is Guinea Aerith? Where's the flower field? The flowers in the church. Kuma? Oh, man. He's taking all of their pain? Kuma's taking all of their pain? All of the pain gathered by the villagers? All of the ones that with a smile on his face? He went out and was like, yo, I'll take care of all of that. Accumulating them together, producing this massive thing. And he's taking all of their pain? Kuma, man. Nah, bro, yo, he's really the realist. He truly is the realist, man. The screams. Guinea's listening to all this. I love this, how we pull out here to see the entire church. Almost the entire thing just is screaming in pain. And there's Kuma lying on his back. Guinea's tears. Man, bro, Kuma, man. Look at this. I can get rid of any pain or mild illnesses you need me to, so please visit every week. No wonder he can only do it on Sundays. He wouldn't be able to live. He would not be able to live if he did this every day. Man, bro. They have no idea you're taking any of their pain, Kumachi. And you keep doing this week after week, bro. No wonder, dog. The Sunday restriction. Why Guinea's so hard on everyone else? Because they don't understand the sacrifices that they're making Kuma do. The more that they come in, the more pain he's gonna go through. And she's the only one that knows that. But yet Kuma does it willingly and happily. Because as long as other individuals are happy and satisfied, he's good. He just wants to ease their pain, man. Because he knows how much of a struggle being in pain and being oppressed is. He's like, man, if we're going to be oppressed at the very least, can I do something for them? Can I ease them of that pain? It can't be helped. If someone doesn't shoulder their burdens, that pain and suffering of theirs won't just disappear. They really are the hands of liberation, man. Look at his face, bro. He gets genuine satisfaction out of knowing that these individuals are good. That's all he needs. It'll be left to fester, returning to haunt them again and again. More than anything, I'm just glad I can do something to help them feel happier. I'm sorry for putting you through this, though. I'll get tougher so you won't have to worry. He's the one that's in pain. He's the one that is currently in the middle of... I can only imagine how much external and internal pain this brother's going through right now. And he's thinking about Guinea's feelings over his own. That's not the point. Hey, we got a little food as thanks today. Let's eat up. Woohoo! Dinner time. And we get an awesome little silhouetted panel through a window. Guinea and Kuma smiling. Man, dude. It's like, it's so beautiful, so emotional. This is just a representation of One Piece right here, man. Of like just how tragic it can be, but at the same time how wholesome it could be as well. Man, 25 years ago when Kuma was 22. Hey Kumachi, let's get married. Now listen, man. Listen, dude. Toei, you got potential. Toei, we are here to have a meal. We are here to have a meal, man. We are here. We are here. Listen, man. Yo, and I quote, hey Kumachi, let's get married. Screw the toxic chapter cliffhangers that come with every romance manga. We don't need that. We don't need it. What we need right here is the classic, right at the beginning of the series. Screw the nonsense. Screw the nonsense. We already know we're meant for each other. We already know we're fated. We already know we're destined. Will you say yes? And Kuma says, huh, we can't. Excuse me, brother? What's with that reaction? Of course we can. You love me, right? Just admit it, you dope. Yeah, Kuma, what were we talking about? Wouldn't it make you happy? I'm sure it would, but the thing is, just take me, I'm the one with the bucket. He's thinking about how his pops and his mom suffered so much because only one of them had the Buccaneer blood. And it would be the exact same scenario if Guinea and Kuma got together. Because of his Buccaneer blood, she would also be a part of that entire package. How much more tragic can this man's backstory get, dude? I don't want to make you unhappy. Look at this. It's another article about those freedom fighters. The Revs. Dragon? Oh god. wait. About those freedom fighters. They finally issued wanted posters for them. After they incited riots in several countries. Come on, man! That's the big one! That's him! That's Timothy Jones, Your Honor! That's the brother we've been waiting to make a move for 1,097 chapters! All I've seen is him speak! Rocking a green cloak, day in and day out, wondering when is this man gonna make his move? The freedom fighters! They finally issued wanted posters for them after they incited riots in several countries. Dragon, son. And this is pre-tattoo, obviously. Pre-tattoo Dragon. He's so cool. He's like a hero. Because this, of course, is taking place before even Roger's execution. That was 24 years ago. So 6 years before Roger's execution, he was already being well known for this whole freedom fighter business. How far? I'm trying to remember for the Vegapunk flashback. We got in 1066. That was 22 years ago, right? Or 23 years ago? Somewhere around there. He's so cool. He's like a hero. One day I want to head out to sea and dedicate my life to saving people too. One day, Kuma. One day, man. One day, bro. It's like, man, when you see this, you just want to root for the guy, bro. You really do. One day I want to head out to sea and dedicate my life to saving people too. Hello, is anyone home? Guinea, our sweet muse. We had a massive haul today. Please help yourself. And we see a bunch of fish. Thanks so much, Mr. Fishmonger. Kuma gets pelted in the back of the head with... Was that a bracelet? Clangs? Idiot. Then 22 years ago... 20... Dang, bro, we skipped again? No, 25 years ago. I'm tripping. I forgot that we skipped forward in time. 25 years ago. This is 1 year before Roger was executed then. 1 year before Roger is executed. Now it's 22 years ago. So this is around the same time, right, that we had the Chapter 1066 backstory, if I'm not mistaken. Then 22 years ago, something major happened. Kuma? So we see Kuma here. The people you've kidnapped, let them go. So 3 years have passed. The people you've kidnapped, let them go. Save us, Kumachi. What are you yelling about, you big oaf? Are you trying to pick a fight with the Royal Army? That's treason, you know. So here's the Royal Army. Kuma. Castle Town, the Kingdom of Sorbet, when Kuma was 25. He's apparently a pastor from some church in the southern province. Hey, pastor, didn't you hear about the new law? We're allowed to do whatever we want to you southerners. They had a civil war within the country? You're planning on enslaving them? And Kuma comes in, Ursa's shock. I won't let this pass. He's a rebel! Because, of course, that is the one thing he's not going to allow take place on his own terms. On his own terms, he's like, screw all the nonsense. That's not taking place. No one is being enslaved here. Not my people. Not my people. Might lead to this new policy. The people might find it hard to swallow. So here we see the Bariko, King Bariko. It is of no consequence. They'll soon grow accustomed to their new status before long. It won't bother them. They'll all come to see the Southerners for the vermin they are. For the vermin they are. What is wrong with these people, dude? Before long, it won't bother them. Like, yeah, man, they're just gonna get used to it eventually. From this day forward, the borders of Sorbet shall stop at the edge of the northern province. The borders? The amount of celestial tribute is decided by the country's population, you see. What a bunch of sickos. And we see a map of the entire country. The top half in Castletown, and the bottom half are Kuma's churches in the old folks' village. And it's just titled The Lawless Land. We'll no longer be weighed down by all the old fossils in the south. We must cut out this cancer so the fittest of this glorious nation can thrive. Wow, man. In jail. And we see Kuma, Guinea. They're locked up. Tell me, what made them arrest you too? We raised hell trying to get... I don't know why I got a southern accent. Yo, man, I couldn't help it, dude. I couldn't help it, man. Listen, I heard the I heard it in that voice, man. I couldn't help it. Right as hell trying to get them to free you, Kamachi. But they gave us a thrashing in the end. Yo, man. Yo. The mere fact, on a serious note, the mere fact that these individuals are currently going out of their way to continue to fight for their freedom is extremely beautiful. That just goes to show that in all of these years, since they escaped what happened at God Valley, that they continued to fight for what they believed in, especially Kuma, right? Like we know what he's been doing. But Guinea was like, no. We were trying our hardest to get you freed as well, Kumachi. But at the end of the day, all of them, even though they tried, of course, they didn't succeed. But man, a double pay spread? Guinea, this country's on the brink of becoming a cesspool of bigotry and hate. Yo, and look at Kuma. Kuma looks like genuinely mad. This is what the people, the Celestial Dragons, Bariko, these types of individuals have done to the kindness of Kuma. We saw him earlier in this chapter, that the extremely kind nature, the smiling face, one that could bring a smile to anyone's face. Look at him here. Look at him here, man. King Bekori is a Celestial Dragon puppet. This new policy was given to him from on high. If you plan on starting a rebellion, you'll be signing up to fight the world government as well. He doesn't care. Who are these guys? Yeah! Your Majesty, we must flee. As if V would V, Ivankov. Wait, man. Wait a minute. It's time. It's time, boys. It's time. As if we would let you escape. Is what you get? You wanna be a celestial dragon? Hold on, let me read this one more time, bro. I don't think I calculated. As if we would let you escape. This is what you get. You wanna be celestial dragon. And Dragon says, you make me sick. The king's been overthrown. So Dragon and Ivankov came in and took care of business? Nah! The king's been overthrown. His slavery laws are no more. Thank goodness. I hated what this country was becoming. And so this mysterious band saved the kingdom of Sorbet from the corruption of the world government. Looks like the man you recommended went on quite the rampage. You're gonna love him, Dragon. Dude, this is so fire. Kuma. And here we see, bro, we see Ivankov and Dragon as these silhouettes. Oh, man. We just see them in these nice silhouettes, bro. Dragon has the Sogeking style raw fire peak silhouette right here, dude. Kuma Guinea, I see you've gone and gotten yourselves caught. Lucky for you, I was in the neighborhood. No way, big bro? Is that you, Eva-chan? And the man you're with, isn't he? Kuma, if you're still anything like you used to be, how about coming with us and changing the world? Yo, man. Look at this battle! Dragon, yo! Dragon, 3 stars! He's got the coat! He's got the coat! He's got the Shanks Luffy coat! Oh no, yo, Dragon real deal. Dragon real deal is him. He real deal is him, dude. Wait. On the right side, we see someone with Sabo's hat. Is that Bello Betty? So we have one on the right. I just want to see if like any of these individuals are Lindbergh or Bello Betty, Karasu, or any of them. Well, let me read the narrator. The narrator? Yo, this man, he's a full-time worker. He's working full-time. The onset of the Great Pirate Era and the tragedy of Ohara spurred these freedom fighters to take up arms against the corrupt regimes of the world. Dude, Dragon is showing up at Egghead, bro. This arc gave us the origins of the Revolutionary Army with the Vegapunk backstory from chapter 1066. And then, now in the middle of the Kuma flashback, we fleshed that out even further. Even further! Bro, they're showing up at Egghead, dude. There's no way they're not showing up at Egghead, bro. The onset of the Great Pirate Era and the tragedy of Ohara spurred these freedom fighters to take up arms against the corrupt regimes of the world, starting numerous insurrections. It didn't take long for the 2 pillars of this movement to become 3, as Dragon and Ivankov recruited Kuma to their cause. Dog, yo, I gotta say, let me screenshot this. This is an all-time panel right here, bro. This is the origins of the Revolutionary Army. Like, come on, man. Come on. This organization would adopt a new name, one that echoed around the world. The Revolutionary Army. Nah, dude. Nah, man. Are you kidding me? Yo, I love this panel. I love everything it represents. I love how we built towards it throughout the course of the flashback, throughout the course of this arc, throughout the course of the series. And just seeing it, dog, and then Dragon in the middle, bro. Arms crossed. You just know the man is raw. You just know he's about it. That he's that guy. Wait, how many years ago was this? 22? 22 years. Is that Luffy's mom? No, I mean, I'm not gonna label her Luffy's mother. But yo, she has Sabo's hat. She has Sabo's hat. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Yo, man, listen, dude, I don't know, man. 22 years ago. We gotta find out. We gotta find out who Luffy's mom is eventually, man. We gotta find out, dude. We have to, bro, it's a part of the vision. It's a part of the vision. Alright, we continue. Regardless, Ivankov, Kuma, Dragon, let's get it, Guinea. We're still lacking funds. And here we see Dragon. For now, we must act like mercenaries. And here we see them, supporting those who already have a will to topple their monarchs, fueling their rebellious spirits. All our recruits get weapons, training drilled into them. Wait a minute. Speaking of Luffy being potentially this being Luffy's mom, Bonnie hasn't been born yet. And we're at the 22-year mark. Regardless, all our recruits get weapons, training drilled into them. I want us to grow into a boundless army spread throughout the world. Where did you learn about weapons, Dragon Son? Dude, this is so fire, bro. Dragon Son, dude. Dragon Son, man. I spent some time with... One of the oldest theories in the community. One of the oldest theories in the community. Yo, I've been waiting. Dude, any confirmation, anything that could ever hint towards the fact that he was once a Marine, to the fact that he could be a part of the Navy. And there it is. There it is, man. Yo, Oda. I knew. Bro, when I first was going through Marineford, and I was like, yo, why is Akainu stressing Dragon no Musco? Why is he stressing Dragon no Musco so bad? And then when I joined the One Piece community, and it was one of the things, Dragon, Akainu. That's when I first started hearing about the Dragon potential backstory with the Marines, right? And I loved it. I was like, bro, we might be cooking there. We might be cooking, but yo, I spent some time with the Navy. Unfortunately, I found no justice there. We ain't find no blind justice, no dark justice, no whatever. Lazy justice. We ain't find none of that. There was no justice to be seen. Unfortunately, I found no justice there. Marine revolutionary. He's a man determined to help. Bro, he was actually a part of the Marines. Yo, that is one of the oldest theories in the community, bro. And this man Oda slipped it into a battle. Unfortunately, I found... Yo, that is one of the raw... I don't know why I find that line to be so raw. Unfortunately, I found no justice there. He was a part of the Marines. Marine revolutionary. He's a man determined to help others. He knows what's inside. Which means that is, bro, that allows the Kuzan conversation with Garp, where his own son decided not to follow the same path. It makes that hit even harder. Because Garp must have been training Dragon to be like that guy right? He's like, man, he's gonna be the one to succeed me. He's gonna take care of the situation at hand. And then not only did Dragon not succeed him, Ace didn't succeed him, and Luffy didn't succeed him either. So now, like, he's with, of course, with his people, with Kobe and Waibo and Aokiji. So it's like, now he's with the other members of Sword, right? With like Helmeppo and Kobe and Hibari and Groose and Kenjaku. So it's like, man, but the fact that Dragon was a member of the Marine, dude, I just now I'm really curious. Now I really want to see the potential Dragon and whoever, Akainu, Kizaru, Kuza. I just want to see some interactions. Man. No flipping way, dude. You can rely on me, Dragon. You cool, my man. You won't regret joining us. Dragon's that guy. Yo, Dragon is that guy, bro. He's him, dude. He's him. Who else in the series can come out here and be like, yo, I was out here, I spent time with the Marines, and I said that wasn't for me. And then he proceeded to create the organization most dangerous to the Marines. This man, oh my goodness, Dragon versus Akainu in the final saga. Oh man, and then remember in the most recent anime episode when we look back at chapter 1054, and the stuff happening with Sabo all around the world, that's the stuff that really made Akainu mad. And made him so mad that he went out and made sure he was the one who took care of Kuma. Because he was like, nah, man, we're not letting the Revolutionary Army stuff go down under my regime. Oh, man, yo, Akainu versus bro. Yes! Yo, this is a top 5 reveal of the final saga so far, man. It's just, when you spend so much time discussing and speculating about the series, and to actually know that the possibilities are actually coming into play, the things that we discussed for so many years are actually happening. It's like, man, there's no greater feeling, dude. This man Dragon was actually a part of the Marines, bro. You won't regret joining us. Dragon. My guy, man. Well, I'll be. Look who's back. This is peak, man. I'll be coming home every now and then. I worry about you all. You're so sweet, Kumachi. And thus another 8 years. No, a time skip. We're not going to see Luffy's mother. No. So wait, 8 years. That'd be 14 years before present day. So Bonnie's going to be well, unless Bonnie's really a small child, then we're going to see Bonnie at least a few years old here, right? And thus another 8 years would pass. The sun would continue to rise and set like normal. Excuse me? The sun would continue to rise and set like normal until what? 14 years ago, a certain kingdom. You look excited, Guinea-san. Yo, this design goes hard. Wait. Yo, this design goes hard. Hold up, dude. Wait, Guinea. Nah. Yo, this design goes crazy. The goggles, the headphones, the pants, the gun. I mean, bro, the whole design goes hard, man. Captain of the Revolutionary Army's Eastern Forces, Guinea. Ooh. Yo, straight up gas. Is that obvious? Can you blame me, though? We're so close to the day where we get to link up with Kumachi's squadron. I'm so happy I can hardly breathe. Skinny, man. Captain Kuma, that lucky dog. He's won the heart of the lady we all admire. Huh, you creeps? Admire me? Gross. Your words sting. So, I'm going to assume that means that they're already together, right? At this point. Revolutionary headquarters. Dragon, son. Dragon. Guinea's been captured. Oh, that's the silhouette right here. Guinea's been captured. The enemy took us by surprise. Please forgive us. And he has the tattoo. He has the tattoo. Chapter end. Chapter end. No break. No break. We'll be back next week. We'll be back next week for more Revolutionary Army greatness. We'll be back next week for more Rev greatness. Dude. Yo, it's getting harder and harder not to put Egghead at the top of my favorite One Piece arcs, bro. It is, man. It really is. Bro, this arc, the final saga has been everything I could have ever imagined and more. This chapter took a Kuma that I already wanted to put as one of the greatest characters in the series and elevated him even further than that. This man was having nothing happened every Sunday. And it's the relationship with Guinea. What he does for his people. Without any of them knowing. Dragon, the formation of the Rebs. Dragon. This man Dragon was a Marine, bro. One of the coldest panels with the Rev army here. The reveal. No justice to be found. Man, Guinea's fire design here at the end of the chapter. But then, of course, she's captured. Dragon sweating. Because when is he not? But man, 14 years ago, what we're seeing now is what happened. So then where's Bonnie? Has Bonnie? Assuming Guinea is Bonnie's mother, is she even alive? Then is it true that Bonnie's just a child? I don't even know what's going on anymore, man. But regardless, no break next week. Guinea's been captured. Dragon greatness. This chapter, once again, another peak chapter, bro. Oh my goodness, yo. Oh. Dragon's a Marine, dude. Dragon is a Marine. Bro, I got Shiki in my manga. And Dragon being a Marine in my manga in the year 2023. Dude, yo man, Dragon, bro, this, he just has that aura, bro. Yeah, he has that aura, man. I really can't wait to see him in the present, dude. I really can't. I really can't wait. I'm so excited to see the Revolutionary Army in the present day now, man. I mean, I was already extremely excited, but it feels like Oda's preparing us, the fandom, for what's about to be really, really insane stuff coming in very soon with the Revolutionary Army, not just within Egghead Island, but of course as catalysts for the final war in the series, right? Man, what a chapter. What a chapter, what a flashback. After this chapter, I can without a doubt say this is definitely going to be contending for favorite flashback, right? It's already in its own ways up there with the all-time best for me, with the Odin flashback, with the Robin flashback, with the Lon Corazon flashback, the Nolan Calgara flashback, like ASL. I mean, it has the emotional elements that so many of those legendary flashbacks have, but it also carries the Odin flashback greatness of seeing the formation of things that we've only heard of in legend, right? Like with Whitebeard's crew and Roger's crew in Odin's flashback, and here with stuff like the God Valley incident and the formation of the Revolutionary Army, and it's just like, God, and that's on top of the incredible stuff that we're doing for Kuma here. We are cooking. Oda is cooking a 5-star meal with Bartholomew Kuma. I mean, by the end of this flashback, he legitimately could be the greatest One Piece character. It's insane. He's that guy. Kuma is him, man. He is him, bro. Wow. Dude, I can't wait for next week. Oh man, Revolutionary Army greatness incoming. So I'm going to assume chapter 1098 is going to have to give us some sort of insight into the Bonnie questions that I'm having, as well as why Kuma is called the Tyrant, and what did Dragon do to get Guinea back, if Guinea's even still alive, which I'm going to assume she's not. But if Guinea was captured, depending on who captured her, because let's just say that someone within the Marines or within the WG captured Guinea, right? Would it be out of the realm of possibility because we still haven't got introduced to Vegapunk within this flashback. So if Vegapunk has not been introduced within this flashback, is it out of the realm of possibility that the world government came in, captured Guinea, then with Vegapunk's research and with everything going down that they're attempting to do with the prototype Seraphim units and whatnot, potentially utilized her lineage, Guinea's lineage, to be able to create a Bonnie? Because I'm starting to run out of explanations for why Bonnie is the way that she is in the present time. It's like either we have to look at what has been presented before us within the series itself, within Egghead Island, in terms of creating individuals like Buckingham Stussy, introducing that, because remember within that chapter, as a matter of fact, what chapter was that? Let me go back to earlier Egghead chapter. That chapter, the Stussy chapter, was I think 1072, right? There was a narration at the beginning of that chapter that I was like, wait, are we really talking about Stussy here, or are we referring to another character, right? And we were all wondering that at the time. Let me see, 1072, right? 1072, was that the chapter? The Weight of Memory. Yeah, I think this is the chapter. Even if the world doesn't agree, I know that she is a living, breathing person, a true and undeniable human being, it was a success. I am certain of it, and this is one great step toward the creation of world peace. Dr. Vegapunk, director of MAD's Laboratory for Peace. And we immediately cut over to Bonnie. And bro, I'm curious, man. Because the thing is, right, obviously in the latest SBS, once again, the bird, because there was a few things within the SBS that I heard of, and that I was told, and that was another one of them, that Bonnie apparently has, I don't remember what exactly it was called, it was like an age fruit, something along those lines, and so, it feels like Oda, especially in this arc, has been feeding us a lot of mysteries for us to think about, and a lot of red herrings for us to chew on, and be misdirected by. So whatever he's building with Bonnie here is also going to coincide with something else, right? So it's all going to lead into the end of the arc. Whether Bonnie is a seraphim, or if like, or whatever that was originally, right, before they became the seraphim that was we know them today. Maybe she doesn't have Lunarian DNA. I don't know. Or whether Bonnie is just a child who ate that fruit and was able to amplify her age. Or Bonnie may even be alive. I don't know, man. She might already be born, but at the same time, I don't know, bro. I don't know, but why haven't we seen her yet? Let me read the comments. Let me read the comments. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and go into the supers, because I gotta hear what y'all have to say. I gotta hear what y'all have to say, man. God, Guinea's design is awesome. That final design goes hard. So here we go. Seb comes in with a 27 and says, 14 years ago, Bonnie's not born. Confirmed child. So, if that is the case, right? 14 years ago, Bonnie was not born. So if Bonnie was born naturally, then that confirms that she does in fact alter her age due to her fruit. So that's one possibility. The other, obviously, is the one that we just discussed. Someone to Buckingham Stussy for the building a human or creating a human. Then there's also the possibility of Bonnie having already been born within the flashback, but we didn't see it, right? Because there's been so many skips in time. I think that one's the least likely answer. I'd be more leaning towards the other two. And based on the next chapter, because I'm going to assume the next chapter is going to dig into Vegapunk stuff, Guinea stuff, and Bonnie stuff. So we're going to be able to see what is being cooked there, and why Oda included that narration at the beginning of chapter 1072. But thank you, Seb. Akash Panda comes in with a membership for 4 months and says, Zoro's nothing happened, it's just Kuma's Sunday. That's crazy. After this chapter, I truly realized how built different Kuma is. And we already knew, the fact that he defended the Sunny for so long, and you just see him in that state, as just knowing how much damage he's taken. But in this chapter, to do that every single week, gladly and happily, it was beautiful, man. Kuma is a sensational character. Sensational character. Thank you, Akash Panda, for membership for 4 months. Presno comes in with a 2 and says, Kuma would be Luffy's best friend if they met early. That's facts. That is facts. And I think that's a tragic part of the story, right? Like, the Hands of Liberation could have accompanied the Drums of Liberation had they been born in the same era. Because I honestly do think this is going to be the end for Kuma. Kuma's probably going to die at the end of this arc. It's going to be one of the saddest moments in the entire series after this flashback. But that's why I need the Revolutionary Army to show up. Because there's so much... Based on... Because, bro, we talked about this in the Afterthoughts. Left behind by some wonderful comments. But if Kuma really does take away Luffy's pain at the end of this arc, in a parallel to Thriller arc, and that allows Luffy to get up and fight Garcia Saturn, man, I'm going to be moved. Especially if Dragon shows up, I'm going to be moved beyond belief. Beyond belief, man. Hank, I appreciate you, Presno, man. Thank you so much. Hank comes in with a membership for 6 months, says, I thought Kobe ate the Riz no me. He did. He most certainly did, man. That's the Riz King right there. Thank you, Hank, for that. Maruko comes in on membership for the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. Some people love to. Maruko, thank you for that. Hank comes in with a 2, the go with the code. Bro, another go with the code, bro. Another legendary individual who's rocking a coat within our series, man. That panel went so hard, dude. So hard, bro. Man, Dragon, dude. Thank you, Hank. Sir Abdi Wagner comes in with the 2 hundos, says, so the Zoro moment wasn't a one-off thing just to show Kuma's ability. Kuma's been taking on pain all this time. This chapter gives that moment a whole other level. You're absolutely right, bro. And that's why I'm so curious about Kuma storing his memories within a bubble like that, knowing that someone would have to come in and take that as well. Understanding how much of a toll that would be, right? Why leave that behind? Of course, it's gonna have something to do with Bonnie, and leaving these things behind, so maybe his family's never forgotten, or the things they've done are never forgotten. But especially for Bonnie to continue moving forward as well, right? Which is why I strongly believe now, especially more than ever, that Kuma and Luffy are gonna be the ones to rescue Bonnie. Here, whenever we get out, the Hands and the Drums of Liberation are going to do it. And man, how peak is that going to be? Or Dragon, I don't care. They could be all 3. It could be all 3, man. I'm here. I am here, bro. I am here. But just like you said, Kuma's been taking on pain all this time. And this chapter just takes the nothing happened to a whole nother level. And the weight of memory stuff to another level as well, man. I mean, Kuma greatness, bro. Kuma greatness. Thank you, Sir Abdi Wagner. I appreciate you. You're absolutely right. Praetorius comes in with a 5. Shout out to my boy Praetorius. I know Coach remembers the Admiral Shiryu theory based on Chinese myths. Absolutely. I thought it was dead after Ohara, but it's so hyped that it's real. Dude. Now that Dragon has been confirmed as a Marine, I am definitely not throwing out the Admiral Shiryu theory or any of those Marines of that time period theories. Oh, bro, if we see that within this, oh man, you might be cooking for real, bro. And then when we cut off the flashback, we'll go to the Blackbeard Pirates. Oh, could you imagine? Oh my goodness, man. And Dragon confronting Shiryu. Oh, former Admiral. And Shiryu's like, yo, Cadet Dragon. Oh. Bro, I mean, if that's true, there's a lot of potential. A lot of potential for peak there. There's a lot of potential for peak there, man. There's a lot of potential for peak there. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You know, at this point, the theories of legend are real. The theories of legend are real, man. Thank you, Praetorius. I forgot about that theory, dude. Mean Green 49 comes in with a 10 and says, here's a shot in the dark prediction. Guinea is Luffy's mom. Because Kuma doesn't want Guinea to have a child with Buccaneer blood. But Bonnie is a clone of Guinea. That way Kuma could still raise a child. Mean Green, if that actually ends up being true, and Bonnie is Luffy's quote-unquote little sister, and Dragon shows up to protect Luffy and Bonnie with that knowledge in mind, oh my goodness. Mean Green, if Bonnie is in fact a clone, with Luffy being the actual child with Buccaneer blood. Well, actually, no, not Buccaneer blood. I apologize. I apologize. Forget what I said. I got a little too hyped there. But the thing here, and the important thing here to remember, is that if Guinea is Luffy's mother, then of course we're going to see her death here very, very soon. But also, within this flashback, and coming out of this flashback, the Bonnie and Luffy relationship is entirely different. It is entirely different. And I look forward to seeing how that dynamic changes throughout after this arc ends. A clone of Guinea. The one who caused the God Valley incident. Now that you've brought up that possibility, I'm getting off social media like on Saturday. Oh man, bro, if next chapter reveals Luffy's mother, that is going to be literally everywhere, man. Literally everywhere. Mean Green, you hold on to that agenda and you keep it. You keep it. Keep that, alright? Keep that. Keep that. Keep that hold and tight to your chest, because we're going to come back to this next week. Or the week after, depending on when all this stuff starts getting cleared up, right? Because it looks like we real deal are heading towards the chapter 1100 return to the present thing. So, regardless, Mean Green, fantastic comment. PK Buggy comes in with a 5 and says, what do you think about the Bonnie situation? So we were just talking about that. Is she a clone? The only thing that trips me up is that she doesn't look that much like Guinea to me. I'm not, man. Guinea, especially at the beginning of this flashback, or I should say at the beginning of this chapter, and at the end of the chapter, I did see a little Bonnie. I definitely saw a little Bonnie there. At least to me. I definitely saw a little Bonnie there. So either the clone or daughter thing made sense. But if you don't see Guinea looking that much like Bonnie, then I wonder if that was intentional by Oda. Maybe because I was expecting it, I just put 2 and 2 together, right? Well, she definitely does remind me of Bonnie for sure. Even the way she was sitting in that final panel reminded me of Bonnie. So that would be my take on that, Buggy, on top of everything else that we talked about earlier. Because there's a lot. There's a lot to think about and discuss. It's definitely going to be one of the major topics of conversation here heading into the next chapter, for sure. But thank you for that, Power King Buggy. I appreciate you. Rain Salim comes in with a membership for 2 months and says, I understand Oda already got the grill and barbecue, but the fact that Oda's been cooking food consecutively, both metaphorically and literally, is more sauce. Facts. He just continues to cook and acquire new ingredients and materials to cook, yo. It's crazy. Thank you, yo. I appreciate you, Rain Salim. Hank comes in with a 2 and says, Dragon named attack in 1100, please, Oda. If this year I'm telling you right now, if this year contains a Shanks Divine Departure chapter, a Garp Galaxy Impact chapter, a Sabo versus the Five Elders and Ibu chapter, followed by a legendary Kuzan, Kobe, and Garp greatness, followed by Saint J. Garcia Arachnid, pulling up to Egghead into the Kuma flashback that leads into a dragon attack name. This is the best year in the entire series when it comes to manga chapter releases. I can't believe all that stuff took place in a year. If Dragon uses a named attack, it's over. It's over. It's over as far as I'm concerned. It's over as far as I'm concerned. It's over as far as I'm concerned. Let's get it, Hank. Let's get it. Recon comes in with a 7. Ooh. Oh man, oh man. Recon comes in with a 7 and says young Akainu kills Guinea in a mission to wipe out the Revs. Navy deserter stuff explains Dragon's hate, plus his shock when he captures Bonnie because she looks like Guinea. Recon is cooking, bro. Young Akainu kills Guinea in a mission to wipe out the Revs. The Navy deserter stuff explains Dragon's hate and his shock when he captures Bonnie because she looks like Guinea. Yo, Recon, hold on to that theory. And keep that agenda close to your chest, brother. So we can come back to that at a later date. We see Akainu do that in this flashback. And it's going to continue building what we were talking about earlier on whenever the reveal happened. There's so much being cooked in the background right now, man. It's insane. It's insane, dude. Thank you, Recon. Jesus Alvarez comes with a 2. Chapter 1098, titled The Tyrant. Ooh. Ooh, man. Oh, man, dude, that just sounds fire. Bro, now that you say that, man, as of next week's chapter, it will have been 500 chapters since the time skip to the number. Wow. From 598 to 1098, man. What a run. What a run of chapters. But The Tyrant. I would love for that to be the title of next week's chapter, man. If next week's chapter is The Tyrant, y'all gotta let me read the title. Y'all gotta let me read the title, man. Y'all gotta let me read the title, bro. Let me see. Then we have Toei's own. Ladies and gentlemen, Toei's own Eric Turlotto comes in with a 2 and says, I can't wait to see Kuma give all his pain to Jay. We were talking about that earlier because I received an afterthoughts comment that talks about Kuma potentially taking all of Luffy's pain away and then transferring it over to St. J. Garcia Saturn. And not just his pain. My cousin then sent me a theory that I thought was really, really cool of Kuma at this point in time is taking all of the pain that he's taking so that he can take his own pain into a bubble and send that to Garcia Saturn. And I love that theory, especially after this chapter. Regardless, Garcia Saturday's receiving somebody's pain. Whether it's Luffy's pain, Kuma's accumulated pain, Garcia Saturday's taking that. 100% he's taking that. So, for sure, Eric. For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely, Eric. But yo, Eric, man, if you're still here, congratulations, dude. A real deal. I talked about this just recently, but whenever Roger's base was on stage doing stuff with the official individuals over at Toei, it just made me so happy to see that someone from our community was out here doing it. And whenever I saw you take part in this week's episode, a Shanks episode, mind you, it gave me that very same thing. I was like, bro, these are people from my community, our community out here working on our beloved series. And so, nothing but love to you, Eric, man. Keep grinding, keep going in, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else you bring to the One Piece greatness, bro. That is so cool. So cool. Nothing but love to Eric and the Red Force podcast, man. Seb comes in with a 27 and says, Chapter 1060, last page is Bonnie's real age because of the seawater. That's what we talked about after we started speculating about the whole real age thing, right? Is once that seawater potentially accumulated in the eddy, it feels like that maybe negated the effects of the fruit and allowed Bonnie's real age to be at the forefront there, which was extremely young, right there at the end of at the beginning of chapter 1060, which is so interesting to me. Now that you bring that up, like that had to have been intentional by Oda, if that is the route that he's going for. Absolutely, Seb. Thank you. Jesus Vermillion comes in with a 5 and says, Dragon being a marine has been such a prominent theory that I actually believed it was already confirmed before this chapter dropped. Bless Oda. Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's one of those theories that you believe in it so much that when it's revealed, you're like, oh man, it's happening. Like, yo, it actually took place. Like, I still can't believe that we got that. Like, bro, seriously, man, we have been speculating on that for so long. And to see it confirmed before our very eyes was just, it was amazing. It was amazing, man. It was truly something amazing. Absolutely, Jesus, man. Thank you so much, Jesus. Michael Mickles, my boy, comes in with membership for 22 months, bro. Almost 2 years. Stussy was said to be the first successful clone, but Vegapunk's a perfectionist. Would consider Bonnie a failure for not having Guinea's freckles. That's so true. Her being his creation explains how protective he is. Yes, Michael. And not only that, we know how Oda is. He's not putting these details sprinkled throughout the arc for no reason. If all of this is true, we're gonna look back at the rest of Egghead and be like, oh man, so many things make sense. Bonnie's conversation with Luffy at the beginning of this arc, where she's talking about the Nika form, and Luffy's like, yeah, that's the form whenever I feel most free. That has an entirely different meaning after this flashback, and we're not even done with it yet. And that's just one of those things. So when we get out of this flashback, and we have the answers that you just talked about, we're going to be able to reread this arc and be like, man, Oda real deal from the very beginning of the arc, if this stuff is true, was building towards this right in front of our eyes. But we were so preoccupied with the Vegapunks and the imposter among the Vegapunks that we didn't really give a second thought to a lot of this stuff. It's amazing what that man does. It really, really is. But you're absolutely right, Michael. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Thank you so much, Michael, man. Super Alatrian comes in with a 5 and says, had a friend pass recently? Oh, nah, Super Alatrian, bro. I'm so sad to hear that, bro. Flagnards, man. No worries on missing last week, bro. The worst chapter and day to miss. Nah, man, I completely understand, dude. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry for your loss. My condolences to to you and anyone else that you know that had some sort of relationship with that friend. And that sucks, man. Happy belated B-Day, and thanks as always for the good vibes. It helps. Now, Super Electron, man, thank you. Thank you for being here, yo. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words. But my condolences to you, man. And anyone else, all of that individual's loved ones. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. Nothing but love to you, Super Electron. Hang in there. Hang in there, buddy. Stay strong. Stay strong. Herlock Sholmes comes in with a membership for 2 months and says maybe Bonnie is not necessarily a clone, but a genetically modified creation between Kuma and Kenny. And that would explain why she was able to turn herself huge. With the Buccaneer part edited at Kuma's request. Herlock Sholmes, that is very interesting. Maybe Bonnie's not necessarily a clone, but a genetically modified creation between Kuma and Ginny, with the Buccaneer part edited at Kuma's request, because of course he was just looking out for her safety, man. I could definitely see that being the case too. That's so true. That's so true, man. Dude, this Bonnie thing is driving me crazy right now, man. It really, really is. Man, dude. Yo. There's so many different routes that Oda could take this Bonnie thing that I'm like genuinely curious. I'm so curious. Especially with all the different answers that y'all have just given me in regards to the situation as well. What is he cooking? I don't know, man. But ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for this week's live reaction stream. Thank you so much for the comments. Wonderful comments this week. Well needed after this incredible chapter. Revolutionary Army greatness. Kuma, one of the best characters in the series. Bonnie questions Ginny greatness. Dragon. I mean, awesome stuff, bro. Awesome stuff. And man, I will tell you what. At this point in time, the what's that called? I'm not gonna be late for the afterthoughts next time. We're gonna get the 1097 or 1096 and 1097 afterthoughts out as quickly as possible. So we're definitely gonna be in there for that. Super comes in with a 100. What is that? 20. Their 20th super. Yo, Super 20 supers. 20 supers, dude. Yo, man. Super comes in with the 20th super and says Ginny is captured in Sorbet, and Kuma goes and destroys everything, becoming the king, the tyrant. Also, revolutionary flashbacks. Sabo, Koala, Kuma, Ivan, and Ivan, bro, all goats. Every single leader of the Revolutionary Army that is involved in any of the flashbacks, all of their flashbacks have all been peak. The Revolutionary Army, they are them. They are them, man. They are them. What a beautiful story we're witnessing with the Revolutionary Army. Absolutely super. Absolutely, yo. So, and then I saw two things. Mizore di Shirayuki, we will most certainly be, or Shirayuki, I apologize. We will most certainly be doing a live One Piece reaction for this upcoming Wi-Fi Hockey episode. We'll be there. It will be there for sure. Nothing but love to everybody. And then Vortex, man. Coach, you have to answer this since you are the Warrior God of Romance. The Warrior God of Romance is crazy, bro. What are your top romance anime recommendations? And then honestly, it depends on what you're looking for, right? So, let me see. Obviously, for if you're just trying to get into the genre as a whole, to get your foot in the door, I think Kaguya-sama Love is War can be enjoyed by anyone, even if you're not into that type of stuff. It's a genuinely it's a masterpiece. It's well written in every sense of the word, in every type of way. To get a little more of a little more insight into the genre, you can't go wrong with stuff like Toradora, which is an absolute classic. Let's see. I'm trying to think about ones that I've just watched so many. What else would constitute? I'm trying to think about some of the older ones. It's this flipping Bonnie chapter, and with Kuma, it's making me draw a blank here. But yeah, most certainly, if you have not watched any already, go with Kaguya-sama. Try out Toradora for sure. Oh man, there's this one I'm trying to remember the name for from back in the day. Regardless, just recently there was one that was released that I absolutely loved. As somebody who's been watching these for a long time, it's an episodic series, so it doesn't have the overarching cliffhangers that most of your classic ones will have. Oh, another one, Fruits Basket, absolutely, the remake for sure, with that, and what was the other one? Flagged. There's so many, but most recently there was one I really loved, and that was More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. That is a sensational, but that once again that is an episodic one, and the only reason why that one works so much for me is because it's one of those series, for example, Shonen Jump, right, where you watch or read so many shonen battle manga, or at least that's the way it is for me, that when any series does anything to turn something on its head, that it immediately you're like, holy flagnarts, what are they doing, right? That was that series for me, where it took everything that not only that I loved about the genre, but also it executed it on an episodic level. And I found it to be so interesting because just in recent years, some series have tried the episodic thing. Right now, this season, there's a series called 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. It's been episodic, and it is fantastic. It is fantastic. It's really, really early. But the thing about Married Couple Not Lovers was the way that the episodic storytelling was executed is something I was not expecting at all. I would have expected that out of a Mushishi or an Aria the animation, but the episodic storytelling there was brilliant. So that'll be for down the line. But like I said, if you're starting off, Kaguya-sama, Toradora, Fruits Basket, you can't go wrong. Those are the classics. Nana is I call it a quote unquote romance anime. It's probably my favorite out of all of them. Keeping it $150 with you. But I just don't know if that could be classified as a classic romance anime. That's just a godly show. That's just a peak show. I'd say that's more of a drama than a romance anime. But regardless, Vortex, we'll keep in touch for that. Somebody just put Yumin Echo in the chat. If that counts, I mean, obviously, well, somebody put Golden Boy. Go. Shout out to Golden Boy. Kimi no Todoke is extremely wholesome and fantastic. Yeah, Golden Time is by the same author. That's some good stuff too. Dude, Gustav brought up a classic Lovely Complex, bro. That was that peak. Yeah, dude, that was Lovely Complex was like when I was first getting into anime. Lovely Complex, Chobits, Clannad, Full Metal Panic. Those were like the big romance anime at the time. All classics. God, man, Chobits had that fire behind them. Ooh, 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 yeah, ooh, 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 ooh. That's my childhood, dude. But where is yeah, super. Absolutely, I've watched Clannad, bro. That's one of the all time greats. One of the all time greats. But yeah, Vortex. Definitely go for. Definitely go for, like I said, Toradora, Kaguya-sama, and those. Just to get your foot in the door. You can't go wrong with those. You can't go wrong with those. But if you want your toxicity, now there's some series that you'll have to get into for your toxicity, right? And you just have to discover those on your own. In terms of what I mean by toxicity is the ones that like your rent-a-girlfriends, right? That are just, you already know this series is going to continuously pull the rug under your foot whenever things are supposed to go the way that you want them to go. But they never go that way. There's a lot of them. And they work. They work because of what they're trying to do when their intended audience. Regardless, Vortex, keep me updated on if you decide to give any of those a shot. And one more thing before we finish this reaction off. It's so interesting when it comes to the Hibari and Kobe thing with Toei, because in a majority of that thing, I just enjoy hyping One Piece stuff in general. But that OVA, like on the most serious of notes, that OVA has a lot of potential to be great because we can have a Kobe-centered OVA that gives us the Rocky Port incident, what happened in the time skip for him learning hockey, as well as the Kobe Hibari stuff. So if you give us a Kobe-centered OVA that gives us that peak stuff right there, him learning and really becoming proficient in hockey, and the Rocky Port incident, that's an all-time OVA cooking in the kitchen. Call it the episode of Kobe. Call it whatever you want. But that would be a phenomenal experience. So, but I will see y'all next time. Y'all have an awesome sauce of a day. Take care. Nothing but love to every single person that is in the chat. Hold on, bro. Mist just spoke to me, bro. Mist just spoke to my core, dude. Mist, I read that last year for the first time. Kono Oto Tomare. Now that you bring that up. Now that you're bringing up Kono Oto Tomare. So, Kono Oto Tomare, Chihaya Furu, and Blue Box. It's difficult for me to classify as a pure romance because they're mainly sports series, right? They're sports / romance. Chihaya Furu is my second favorite manga of all time. So if that counts, that is the highest praise I could ever give anything, right? That's right under One Piece, for God's sakes. Right, it's One Piece, then it's Chihaya Furu. So, Chihaya Furu Blue Box, which is currently airing or coming on in Jump, and Kono Oto Tomare. Those three have the thing in common to where it's like this perfect blend between a sports series and a romance series. So the romance is more like a side thing that becomes a part of the main plot in a lot of different instances. But the main focus is the sport at hand. Kono Oto Tomare, when I read that last year, was one of the best binges I had last year. Was it last year or the year before? That series is fantastic. And I've had it building up in the background as more chapters continue to release. But I love Kono Oto Tomare. That's a fantastic manga. And Crimson Moon Rising brought up Yona of the Dawn. I watched Yona of the Dawn weekly. When I think that was the same season as Parasite, Your Lie in April, and Fate Stay Night. I think that was that same season. And man, Katsuki no Yona is the name of the manga. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. But yo, y'all have an awesome sauce of a day. I will see y'all next time. Take care, and we're going to continue the awesome sauce for the One Piece greatness. Please let me know if y'all will be down for the live reaction on Saturday. We're gonna do it regardless, but just let me know if you guys would want it. As well as the afterthoughts will be out this week, especially since the chapter came out a day earlier this week. We're gonna try our hardest to get both the 1096, 1097 together afterthoughts, and then I'm gonna try to connect with Laz. There's no break next week. So I'm gonna see how Laz and I can get a collaboration going, but because now I can most certainly see why you said that, Subra, because Laz and I always get together for Revolutionary Army stuff. So now for sure I can see the two of us definitely getting together for a conversation for that. But we'll see what happens. So regardless, I hope all of you have an awesome night. Please take care. I will see y'all next time for some more of the greatness and for some more stuff that we have cooking in the kitchen. So keep enjoying greatness, and I'll see y'all as soon as possible. And always remember, especially with the most recent SBS, if Toei were to ever make these spin-offs a reality, God Valley, Roger, Ben Beckman, Garp, any of these things a reality, we would be looking at the best-selling comic of all time. That's all I'm saying.